Hey, it's Mr. B, and I want to talk to you really briefly about a topic that's going to come up on the map, and it's called speaking and listening. So, on this part of the map, you will listen to someone give a speech or read something to you, and you will have to answer questions based on what you were able to pull out of that speech. Now, I know for me, sometimes it is a little bit more difficult for me to find the main idea when someone is speaking to me rather than when I have a chance to read it. And also, sometimes it's harder for me to pull out details. That's where the listening part really comes in. So, what I want to do with you today is talk about what my process is for doing that, and then we're going to watch a video, one that I really, really love. It hits me to my core. And after that, we're going to come back and we're going to break that down a little bit to find evidence to go along with what we believe the main idea to be. So, I know in your writing classes, you all have talked about claim, making an argument. So you have the claim, number one, you find the claim, and in a speech, the claim is whatever the speaker is trying to convince you of. So let's say that I am giving you a talk today and you're listening to a speech, and the topic of my speech is how eating Twix while in intervention helps students become smarter. Now, what I'm talking to you about is how eating Twixes during interventions can help students become smarter. That's my topic. That's my claim. So that is what I'm trying to convince you of. Understand? All right. So that means that everything that comes after that point in my speech is centered around trying to persuade you or inform you to see things the way that I see them, which takes us to point number two. So after we have the claim, after the claim is stated by the speaker, they're going to use, number two, reasoning. What is their reasoning? What type of personal stories are they going to bring out to kind of help sway you or pull on your heartstrings? Another example. Hello, kids. Today I'm talking to you all about how eating Twixes during interventions will help you become smarter. Now, I remember when I was a child many years ago, sitting in the old schoolhouse, my school teacher would always give me a Twix during interventions. And she would say, Mr. B, one day you're going to be just this great person. But I believe right now, if you eat this Twix during this interventions, as I help you in your math stuff, that this is going to make you smarter. Now, look at me. Now I'm on the speaking circuit. I'm teaching kids, all because that teacher gave me a Twix all those years ago. Now, of course, none of that is true. But if I were giving a speech about how Twixes help students become smarter during interventions, I might have a story like that that might take you back to a happy time to help you remember what that felt like, something that you could personally relate to. In a speaking portion, relatability is very important. It is what helps people stay engaged in the process. So that's very important. So we make the claim. What is the speaker trying to convince us of? Number two, the reasoning. How does the speaker plan to persuade us? Again, we use that through personal stories and testimonies. And then number three, the evidence. The three parts of an argument: the claim, the reasoning, the evidence. What type of evidence? Is there data that they use? Do they talk about other reports or statistics to help really bring their persuasion of that topic along? Okay, so what you're looking for, number one, what are they trying to persuade you of? What is a claim? Number two, how are they trying to persuade you? And three, how are they backing up what they believe? All right, so now you all are going to watch a YouTube video by Rita Pearson. It's a TED Talk, and the name of it is Every Kid Deserves a Champion. Now, before we watch it, I want you to think briefly about what that topic really means. Every kid deserves a champion. What does it mean to have a champion? What does that mean to you? Okay, find your relatability on that point, that every kid deserves a champion. Decide now whether you believe it or not. Then we're going to watch the video, and after the video is finished, we're going to come back and I'm going to break this down for you to help you see what you should have seen in the video. All right, I'll be right back.